What's up, tricksters? My name is Charlotte, and today there will be no fancy intro or sweet talk, only facts, tips, tricks and strategies that I've used to reach Radiant rank in Valorant Close Beta and Act 1 that can help you reach your desired rank in new Valorant Ranked season. After watching this video, you can also watch my 3-part series, How Did I Reach Radiant Rank, because all of these tips can be applied even now. The only difference is that there are always some kind of a new problems arising and you need to learn, adapt and overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. It doesn't matter how bad you are at the moment or what rank are you now, hard work and dedication beats any talent. So let's start with the tips and tricks for your new Valorant ranked journey. It took me over 50 days to reach Radiant rank in Valorant, which was kinda unexpected for me, and I took the top 100 players spot on Blitz.gg app. I made a few mistakes in Act 1 which cost me a lot of time. First mistake that I did was relying on my allies way too much. Even at the highest ranks in Immortal and Radiant, you should always think as a solo queue carry player. Don't expect anything from anyone. If you don't win the game for yourself, no one will do it instead of you. You need to become one-man army in Valorant Ranked Solo Queue. Don't be sad if you get 30 kills and lose the game. Be sad if you get 10 kills and win the game, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't use your teammates. Position your allies, communicate with them, and bait them in a way that you can actually win the rounds and secure the victory much easier. When you get in game, don't focus yourself on how bad of a team comp you have or what your teammates are doing. Focus on how you can win that game with situation that has been given to you. If you have 5 duelists, that doesn't mean that you can't win that game. But if you have toxic people, leavers or cheaters in enemy team, the best thing that you can do is simply mute them and protect your own mentality, for God's sake. You can't change others people's behavior and mentality in 30 minutes, but you can protect your own. Don't be sad and don't be mad if you lose games because of these type of players. Just take it as that game never happened and move forward. For me, toxic and negative people are like a dust. They will stick to me for like 5 to 10 seconds, but as soon as I blow them away, they don't exist anymore, and I just continue that game trying to carry on my own with my own agent's tactics and strategies. Second tip that I have to give you is don't lose rounds in a very stupid fashion. Don't lose easy rounds. For an example, when you end up in a 4 vs 2 or 3 vs 1 situation, that round is still not over. Tell your teammates to play safe and hold their positions. Don't push your enemies one by one. Play with your teammates even if they are not willing to play with you. Playing on numbers and actually refragging your teammates or your teammates refragging you is very important in Valorant. Stick to them as Charlatan sticks to bad jokes during his live streams and play with them to secure those rounds. In Valorant, anything is possible because we have very powerful ultimates like Jets and Raze. So any round, even 1 vs 5, can easily become 1 vs 1 if the enemies isolate you, which I have done many times on my live streams. Don't lose easy rounds. As soon as you have numbers advantage, play with your teammates to trade each other and win those crucial moments. Now here is one advice for anyone that is not charlatan. If you want to reach Radiant rank in Valorant Ranked Solo Queue or any rank in general, you need to main one duelist or control type of agent, and you need to have one control or sentinel as your off pick. You don't have to play all characters, don't fill in positions, learn and master only 2 agents. For first pick, I can easily recommend anyone to go with Raze or Jet, and for the off pick, if your agent gets insta-locked, I can recommend you Brimstone or Omen. Raze and Jet are very forgiving agents with amazing tools that allow them to easily solo queue carry their matches without relying on their teammates, while Brimstone and Omen can provide amazing smokes, control and utility that will allow you to easily secure your rounds. I don't say that other agents are bad, but these 4 agents are extremely easy to solo queue carry with. Why is it so important to main only 1 or 2 agents? Because every agent has different playstyle, positioning, movement, abilities usage, tips and tricks. You can't play same guns and tactics with Jett and Cypher for an example. Jett can easily utilize more aggressive playstyle with Stinger, Bucky, Judge, Shorty and Operator much better than Cypher because of her smokes and dash ability. She can easily close the gap between you and your enemies and reach some unexpected spots, while Cypher can utilize those same guns but with a bit of more passive approach and on defense. Now, why did I say you should do this if you're not Charlatan? My goal is not to reach rank 1 in Europe, my goal is to gather as much knowledge as possible about Valorant, to learn every single detail, every single agent and playstyle in this game at the highest possible levels, with at least 500 hours on each character. If I ever join an esports team, I want to be a valuable asset and I want to have ability to counter any enemy composition or strategy. And I want to be flexible in the same time, unpredictable and an absolute nightmare of a player for my enemies. And also with higher Valorant knowledge, I'll be able to coach you guys much more effectively on my Discord server, which you can join down in the description below if you want to hire me. So yeah, and also I'll make better guides, tutorials, etc. This leads us to my next Valorant Ranked Solo Queue tip. You must be unpredictable player. Don't repeat same things and tactics over and over again or in a predictable pattern. Do the same thing multiple times only if it 100% works. As soon as it stops working against those enemies, switch it up a bit. Try to read your enemies, find their weakest link and abuse it whole game, and at the same time find the weakness of your own team and try to fix it. If the enemies are taking B site a lot of rounds in a row, try to switch players that are playing on that bomb site or simply commit more players to defending it. This ability to read enemies' movement and to find problems in your team during the game is something that you learn over time and with more experience, but you need to start using your brain and not only your hands and eyes. FPS games are not only about mechanical skill to pop off enemy heads, it's about ability to outsmart your opponents with great movement, positioning and usage of your utility and agents. My aim is extremely average, but my ability to lead my team and outsmart my opponents is on the whole new level. Big balls, big brain and small PP, my friends. Also, it is very important to be able to play both defensive and aggressive playstyle. In Immortal 3 I was either way too passive so that enemies could easily predict our positions and annihilate my anal cavity, or I was way too aggressive as an entry fragger and I was relying on my teammates' ability to close out that rounds. I learned how to implement both playstyles so that I still make entry frags for my teammates when I need to, and at the same time I learned when to be more passive when I know that I have an upper ground over my enemies. And remember, be a bit more patient during your games. Now we come to one mistake that I did a lot in the first month of Act 1. I didn't dodge enough matches. I'll keep this very simple and sweet. If you see people without ability to use voice in-game communication, dodge that game. If you see people that have been toxic or bad in your previous games, dodge that game. If you see that players are already arguing at the beginning and being toxic, dodge that game. Use the ability to dodge the game whenever you feel like it. Don't lock a character and kill Valorant in Task Manager immediately. Communication and sportsman-like behavior are very important, and you can't play FPS video games at the highest possible level without them. As I always say, respect your opponents, be a friend to your allies, and keep your communication short but sweet. These 3 tips will take you far not only in video games but also in life. And the final thing that allows me to get rid of ranked solo queue anxiety is simply having more accounts. As you know, I reached with my main account Immortal 3 in the first 5 days of ranked season. I was stuck in Immortal 3 for around 3 weeks on that account without any progression, so I decided to reach Immortal 3 with 3 more accounts. I easily got to Immortal 3 with all of them, and at one point I had 4 accounts in that rank. That allowed me to simply don't care about the rank anymore. The only thing I was caring about is winning or losing the game that I get into and trying to learn something new and improve myself. I was always switching between accounts, and eventually one account will have a bit higher win rate than the others and you will reach your desired rank. That's how I got into Radiant with combat score that is 86th in the world and 60% win rate. It's not the same if you win and lose all of your games on only one account. Ranked anxiety hits you, you start caring about your elo way too much and also the stupid rank, and you get into depression mode. What is wrong with you? Then you win some games back, then you lose them again, anxiety, depression again, and the circle goes on and on and on. My recommendation is to play on at least 2 accounts at the same time, and you will progress not only through ranks, but also in terms of your overall gameplay and knowledge much faster. And don't play 20 games per day. Play only when you feel like playing. For an example, I play only 6 to 9 games per day, because only then I am fully focused. At the end of the day, rank means nothing. The amount of knowledge and your personal skill will determine whether you are going to be a professional Valorant player or not. My main advice for the easiest way to progress through ranks in Valorant is to play this game with your friends, obviously, or in a full 5-stack groups. The system favors people that are stacking with each other, and also you'll have much more fun in Valorant. Even playing duo queue will give you higher chances of winning that match than playing purely as a solo queue player. But Charlatan, why did you do it solo queue then? Well, that's just me. I love to push myself to the mental and physical limits, and I always get myself out of the comfort zone, because only then humans are able to progress to the next level. We as a species are very interesting. We respond and learn better through pain than through comfort. That's how unfortunately life works. If you found this information useful, remember to hit that subscribe, turn on those goddamn notifications, bang that bell icon for me, baby, so you don't miss any new content from me, myself, Charlatano. Leave a like, leave a comment, and share this video with anyone who you think might find it useful. Down in the description you have other social media where you can follow me. On Wednesday I'm gonna do live promo games for Act DOS on my official twitch.tv/charlatan channel and on my main account. And join my Discord server down below if you wanna hang out with tricksters or hire me as your coach. I'm yours one and only Warden of the Tricksters community. Thank you for watching and cut. Sorry, but no hair in this video, no face cam. Bye bye.